Yeah. Yeah. What's up, selectors? It's Select Screen here. Let me tell you. This lady right here, getting on my nerves a little bit. Getting on my nerves. Crystal says, "What's up, old man?" She getting on my nerves a little bit. I know you're saying, why? Why is she getting on your nerves, Select Screen? I'm about to tell y'all. I'm about to tell y'all, man. We are redoing our watch through from yesterday. It's not even her. It's not her. It's YouTube. It's Facebook. Getting on my nerves. So, we're going to talk about Wandavision episode 7 again right now. I'm ready. You're ready. We're not wasting any time on this one. Let's go. All right, man. So, check this out. Yesterday we did this reaction video, and we've been doing all of them from the jump, but have had problems with YouTube and Facebook blocking us on all these videos. As a matter of fact, I did a whole reaction video. First of all, Disney Plus went down as we started yesterday, but then once we got into the episode, YouTube and Facebook just basically kicked me off without telling me I was kicked off. So we are redoing my reaction. We're going to break down some Easter eggs, and I'm going to tell you guys why. Brace yourself for this. This was the worst episode of WandaVision yet. I said it. I'm going to give you my score right off the jump, man. This was a C-. This was almost a D. Why? Because it was kind of boring. The expectations of this episode for me were high because I really, really, really like Modern Family. I love The Office. And this episode did not do those shows any justice. Straight up. Then as far as a WandaVision Marvel show, it didn't do any justice either. Crystal says, "Am I old enough to sign up for Disney Plus? I'm 28. Oh, yeah, I guess I'm an old man then. I'll take it. Nothing wrong with being an old man. So yeah, let's jump right into this. So the first, again, Easter egg. The opening was like, okay, cool. Wanda doing her thing. Basically, she's having a meltdown the whole episode. The best stuff in this episode, guys, is when Monica, aka Photon, is getting her powers. They really wasted Vision in this episode. Vision and Darcy are literally just taking up time in the show. But we can see here, Sanka, coffee grounds. Why it's in the refrigerator, I don't know. That didn't make much sense. And let me say this before I go on. I love WandaVision. I really like this show. I've liked all of the episodes. I thought episode 3 took a little bit of a dip, but I gave that like a B-. This episode, it doesn't tell you anything that you don't already know. The characters are just kind of finding out stuff. IGN was talking about sugar snaps being, Thanos snapping. There's been clowns throughout the whole episode. There's a kind of a nod to another character with a large S on his belt. He's not a super, super huge superhero. I can't even think of his name, to be honest. But they don't really go, again, this is the problem with this episode. They don't go all the way. They don't give us, enough of an Easter egg. It's like, see the box of sugar snaps? It's just stuff like that. It just doesn't work. Because you're not really pushing the era far enough. Let's move on. So again, the opening, there was some cool stuff in there. I saw if you put some of the numbers that are in the open into like Photoshop, you get this really, really dark green color. And basically it tells you that there's like clues to the ending of this episode. And we'll get to that. Oh man, Thomas is back. Hey man, sorry I fell asleep last night. I was going to try to watch live again this week, but obviously it didn't work out. No worries, man. No worries. It was there were a ton of problems going on just in the internet in general. Like I said, we went live about 30 minutes early, talked about the show like we normally do. And then, like I said, Disney Plus was down till about, usually it comes on 1 p.m. or 1 a.m. my time. Disney Plus wasn't back up till about 30 minutes later. And then, like I said, YouTube and Facebook just kicked us out anyway. So you're in the right place right now. Speaking of which, shout out to my man Eddie who came through. We were talking and everything. I was like, man, Eddie's really quiet. And that's why. I didn't even know. I just went on with the whole show. It's really funny. Another little Easter egg in here from this week's episode was you actually get to see a Nintendo Wii. It hasn't been that long, has it? Wiccan and Speed, I'm going to go ahead and call them that because I don't think we're going to see them anymore. It's another thing. It's another reason why I didn't like this episode, Thomas. He said, I'm so surprised you didn't like this one. Wiccan and Speed they're starting to kind of, they're new characters, right? They brought some new life to the episodes. And then they go to Agnes's house because Wanda's basically just ignored them the whole episode. She's supposedly keeping Vision away from the house, and she's basically just having a meltdown. And it's like, Wanda gets that, right? Wanda gets that, she gets that freedom because this whole thing for her character has been her not dealing with these issues. So I'm okay with Wanda there. What I'm not okay with in this episode, and guys, it's really hard for me to give these negative reviews. I'm not a negative review person unless the movie or the show is really bad. I wouldn't say this was really bad. I would just say that this was not, it was not great. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. And again, Wiccan and Speed, we're getting to know their characters, and poof, they're gone. Monica, again, is the best thing about the episode, trying to get back into the Hex. She goes through, and I think we're going to kind of see that. Oh, we'll talk about Nexus. We'll see that here. And this was probably the best part of the episode. We are seeing her origin story. We're seeing Photon's origin story. This stuff is cool. I said this during the live stream. I think the side characters in this show are the best side characters in any Marvel property ever. They are amazing. Darcy, Agent Wu, all of them. They're all amazing. Crystal said, bro, you think this MK movie will be better than the crappy one? Which one are you referring to? The original, for me, I love the original Mortal Kombat movie. It's not great, but it's not bad either. It's kind of like this episode. The second one is absolutely crap. Check out our reaction on that. We're going to be uploading another video probably this weekend talking about more Mortal Kombat stuff. Super excited for that. Let's get to the commercial this week. We had such an impactful commercial last time, right? The last commercial was the kid starving for some yogurt. This is Wanda basically, in modern times we have these pills, right? You see these pill commercials. And I get that. Okay, cool. Nexus is a big thing because the Nexus is basically the gateway to other dimensions. Crystal says the second one, yes, this new movie is going to be way better. It's already got more fatalities than the second Mortal Kombat movie. Thomas says, I'm surprised at your displeasure with the episode because quite a bit took place, in my opinion. I would agree with you on that, Thomas. I would agree And let me get to this Nexus thing. Nexus is, again, another Easter egg for portals between worlds and realms and stuff like that. That's cool. It had the same lady from the other commercials, but it was just kind of like, it was okay. It was okay. The problem, Thomas, I have with this episode is nothing happened to me. I mean, things happened. Here we go. This is Photon. Things happened, but we already basically knew that. Even if you're not a super Marvel fan, right? You knew that something was going on with Photon. You knew that she was changing into something, right? And that was probably the best part of the whole episode. We knew Wanda was having a breakdown. And here's a look at the book. We're thinking this is the same thing from S.H.I.E.L.D. It looks a little different, so maybe they're the Darkhold. They're going to a different thing. But it was Agatha all along. Did we all not know that it was Agatha all along? You see what I'm saying? Like from episode 1, we all knew there was something wrong with Agatha. So when this happened, a lot of people on the internet right now are going, Agatha, it's Agatha Harkness, not Agnes. And I was like, it's kind of like, I watched a pitch meeting the other day, and the pitch meeting, this is one of my favorite movies in the MCU, is The Winter Soldier, right? If you Googled The Winter Soldier, right? If you Googled The Winter Soldier before you went and saw that movie, it's a wrap. You know the major plot point. And that's how I felt with this. It was like, really, it's just Agatha. Like, now maybe next week, maybe we find out that it's someone else. Maybe she's trying to help someone else. Maybe it is Mephisto. I'm still holding on to my Dormammu. But it says something to me when they say it was Agatha all along. That's a very, like, she's talking to the camera. She's telling us, surprise, it was Agatha. And we're like, yeah, we knew that episode too. Thomas says, true, but it was nice to have confirmation on our theories as we look forward to new questions and theories. Absolutely. And hopefully we're coming up to the last 2 episodes. Hopefully these next 2 episodes kind of set up a new premise. I just wanted something a little more tinfoil hat. You know what I mean? I liked the idea in the previous episode, in episode 6, that maybe Agatha wasn't behind it. And if we would have got confirmation this week that Agatha wasn't behind it, it would have been like, oh, so who is it? You see what I'm saying? The story impact for me would have been a lot more punchier if it had not been Agatha. And like, she's holding the dog at the end and she says, and I killed the dog. And it was like, well, no, duh. Like, she just, everything about her if you didn't know for sure when she was wearing the witch costume in the Halloween episode, it was kind of like, you know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe I'm just being cynical, Thomas. And hopefully that leads me into this crazy path where my expectations come back down. Maybe that's what they're trying to do. My expectations have come down, and the next episode blows me away. Crystal says, have you ever watched Agent Marvel show that was on CBS? Agent Marvel. No, I'm not familiar with that, Crystal. Thomas, I don't believe Agnes is actually the big bad. And I would agree with you on that as well, because Paul Bettany's come out and said that we have not seen the big cameo yet. So there's got to be someone else, right? But when you say it was Agatha all along, for me, I'm just like, bruh. Here's the other thing I didn't like about this episode. Let's see. Thomas says Agatha is similar to Ronan the Accuser, but the Thanos of this story is still in the shadows. which is crazy because we got 2 more episodes. I definitely agree with you, Thomas. For sure. Here's another thing that annoyed me about this episode, though, is the end credit scene. Now, again, spoilers here, guys. But why do we have an end credit scene? Either you gotta, again, you go all the way or you wait till the end. You know what I mean? So if we were going to get a post-credit scene, it should have happened after the last episode, which I'm thinking it surely will, right? Why do it in episode 7 when there's 9 episodes? Because here's what happened. I missed it. I totally missed it. The credits started rolling, and I turned it off because, when you go into a Marvel movie, right, you always stay till the end of the credits. You always do that. And we did that for the first 2, maybe 3 episodes. And they set the tone that, look, there's nothing at the end. There's nothing at the end. You might get a music cue or something like that, but there's nothing at the end. This random episode, they're like, you need to pay attention. There were no clues to say, hey, this episode, it was just like, we're going to throw this in here. And what was that scene? It was probably the most impactful scene. I'm just going to start calling her Photon. But she runs into Quicksilver, and he basically, stops her from getting Agatha down in the basement. And I don't know. I'm disappointed that maybe Quicksilver. There's 2 theories that I have now with Quicksilver. Either one, he's still the legit Quicksilver and she was controlling him, or he's a total magic spell, which would be even worse. I'm thinking he's a real person because let's see, you guys are answering my questions right here. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Oh, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Yeah. Wasn't it on ABC though, Crystal? Thomas says, I'm calling it Magneto as the big cameo. Now, that would be really cool. Here's how I could see that happen. Let's say it is Magneto. And Magneto's been using Wanda to get to this dimension. And he's doing it to bring the family together. That would be kind of cool. I could see that. Thomas says, I thought it came to ABC. Yeah, I thought it was ABC too. I was like, CBS? Which one was on CBS? Because I know Supergirl was on CBS, right? I don't know. But either way, yes, I have seen Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I haven't finished the last season because Thomas says, because of the lingering question about Pietro, he was mentioned multiple times in the episode, and his fate was a cliffhanger in the previous episode. Exactly. And that was another thing that annoyed me, because she shot him, right? I wanted to see what happened. That would have been a better way to reveal that it was Agnes or Agatha, right? He got hit. He fell down. What happened? She just kind of left him there? Like, she's been longing after her brother as part of her trauma? Disney owns ABC. There we go. Okay, makes sense. So it's little things like that it just, for me, it just annoyed me. It just annoyed me. And again, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I mean, I saw a lot of people say, man, I love this episode. I'm just hoping. I'm hoping that the next episode just comes up. This is the greatest thing about the episode is now Vision has a reason to want to stay in the Hex. You know what I mean? He knows what's going on. But now we saw in the trailer that he says, let's fight for our home. Now we kind of know why. Because really, this isn't Wanda's doing. It's Agatha. So I get that. I could change my mind and watch it again. I only watched it once. It could have been a circumstantial thing too, where Disney Plus was down, the technical issues, so I was just frustrated going into the episode. So I appreciate, though, Thomas, what you and Crystal are saying, man. You guys, this is what makes this cool, is that we don't always have to agree on it, but you guys bring up great points on why it was a good episode, and why, there's still some mystery to it. I really hope, Thomas, that you're right. I really hope that it's not Agatha all along, because that, come on. Thomas says, I think they're giving us just enough to keep us engaged in the Pietro character until it all comes full circle and all the connections are revealed. I'm with you 100%. I couldn't have said that any better. I really couldn't have. So what else are you guys thinking? Let me know in the comments. We're going to kind of wrap this one up because we already kind of did the episode. You can kind of see the part one. I want to give a shout out to Thomas, Crystal, Eddie, who came through. CV Wally's been messaging me on Instagram and Facebook. If you guys haven't yet, we're at linktr.ee/select screen. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. We'll definitely be back to watch next week's episode again. Thomas, if you fall asleep, bro, don't worry about it. Like, it's late. We had an awesome person from Sri Lanka come through last night. And they were saying it was like 3 o'clock in the afternoon there. So it's a weird time zone kind of thing. But again, I appreciate you guys coming through, subscribing to the channel. As a matter of fact, CV Wally, right on time. What up, man? Right on time. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and kind of shut it down. I got to run over to a birthday party, but I wanted to get back to you guys, give you my thoughts on it. Let's keep talking, though. Let's keep the chat going. I'll be able to check my messages and stuff, specifically if you're watching on YouTube. CV says, fashionably late again. No, you're good, man. You guys will never, ever hear me be upset about that. You know what I'm saying? Never, ever. You guys are great. Seriously. Appreciate each and every one of you guys. Here's to hoping that the next 2 episodes are even more amazing. How about that? Well, let's leave it on something positive. You know what I mean? So do me a favor, guys. Like, share, and subscribe. Again, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. New music. I just released a single as well as a project. You can see that on the channel. Definitely, like I said, let's keep this conversation going. And if there's anything I missed, I know I skipped through some of the episode a little bit kind of fast, but anything else you guys want to talk, please leave a comment on the video, and let's continue talking throughout the week. I got more on Mortal Kombat. We had an awesome reaction video to that, and we'll be talking more about that hopefully this weekend. So look out for that. All right, be kind to one another. Remember to choose your destiny. Shout out to everybody who came through on the chat. My name's Select Screen, and I'm out.